Have you ever had those days where you're just upset, frustrated, every little thing just gets on your nerves? I'm gonna show you one trick that I use every single day to make sure that your mindset, your thought process, and your day is that much better so you don't have those beyond frustrated and grind your teeth, I just gonna smack somebody kind of day. You ready? Let's get into it.
If you want to raise the bar on your growth, whether it's personal or professional, this is the podcast for you. And now, the host, Juan Alvarado.
You're in the right spot. This is the Relevant Development Podcast. Welcome to the Mindset Monday feature of the Relevant Development Podcast. The first thing that I do every morning is I have to tell myself that today is going to be a good day. And just to set the record straight, I think a lot of times we don't set up our day. We don't. We just let the day attack us. And I'm here to tell you that this Monday, if you want your Monday and your week to become better, you have to set up the day. And you're like, Juan, what do you mean you have to set up the day? Do you ever set up any other day? Like if you're gonna have a birthday party, you plan the destination, the people, the music. Like if you're gonna have a party at your house, you already know the music that you're playing, the food that you're providing, where we're gonna be. We're gonna be outside, then we're gonna come inside, or we're gonna have the tiki torches or the heat lamps or whatever it is, right? You plan out a party. So why would you not wanna plan out your day? I know it sounds simple, but tell yourself you're gonna have a good day. Tell yourself you're gonna have a productive day. Maybe run through, I'm going to, as soon as I get up, make my bed, brush my teeth, have breakfast. Give yourself 3 things to do first. And it's easy to do 3 things. And here's the power of 3. How do you give your phone number to somebody? Like it's the area code first, 562 or 559 or 213 or 310 or 574, 44, and sorry, I got sidetracked with the whole Ludacris song. We do three numbers, right? The area code. And then we do the next 3 numbers, 555, and then we do pairs of 2, 27, 27, or we do single numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? The power in 3s, the Nina, the Pinta, the Santa Maria, the 3 little pigs, the 3 little bears, the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. There is power in 3s and how we remember things. So let's utilize that power. So get up, I'm gonna make my bed, brush my teeth, have breakfast. And then here's the second little tip, shoot up out of bed, like hop out of bed. I know you've had these moments where you're like, oh my gosh, the bed is warm, it feels comfortable, especially during the winter time, right? The bed feels very comfortable, I don't wanna get up, and there's that little complaint like, I don't wanna get up. Just get up out of bed. There's those 3 things, I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, and go. And usually I do like this, kind of sway, get my legs up, and then boom, and then pop up. And there's times where my wife is like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. She's like, why'd you get up so fast? Like, I'm trying to get myself up. I have to know my positive triggers. Like if we know our negative triggers, somebody says something bad about me, my phone doesn't work, I get no reception, I can't find something, I'm running late. Like if you know your triggers, why not know your positive triggers? So for me, I know that if I have a good breakfast, I wake up on time or early, and I go to the gym, I'm gonna have a good day. Here's another one. If I have my playlist set and ready, why not start the day with music that I can move and groove to? Here's something that kind of bugs me about our technology now is like we have an alarm on our phone, and it's usually like this most annoying and it scares the crap out of you when you wake up, right? Get yourself an old school alarm clock that can play music, so when you wake up, you're like, yeah, and you start to play this song that gets you, like there's a Instagram reel that I saw where it's like, these 5 songs within the first 5 seconds get you moving. And some of them were like some old school music, some stuff was newer. So when I was watching the reel, I was like, oh, yep, I know that one. And so within the first 5 seconds, you know exactly what it is and you start to groove out, right? So the point is, know your positive triggers and get an alarm that can play music and not like this obnoxious tone or sound. So now I'm getting up with music that I enjoy, that motivates me, pumps me up. I'm giving myself 3 things to do as soon as I wake up, and then I shoot up out of bed. 1, 2, 3, go, and just shoot up out of bed. I don't know if this has ever happened to you where there's a knock at the door or there's a noise and you get up and then you can't go back to sleep, or it's like, dang it, I had 5 more minutes of sleep before my alarm went up, but you're like, I might as well just stay up. Utilize what works. Why not utilize what works? This is my main tip on how do I have a positive day, right? So I'm already up. How do I set up my mind? How do I prime my thought process to be positive? So this is what I want you to do. If you're driving, please be careful. If you're listening to this while you're driving or you're getting ready, pay attention to what you're doing, right? If you're watching this on YouTube, then you can probably do this. I know that you can't see around my room, However, what I want you to do is just scan the room, right? So we scan as far as we can look left and just scan the room. Just look everything up and down, left to right, just scan the room. In the middle of the room, going to my right, scanning, cool, done. I started on my left, now I'm done on my right. Now, without scanning the room again, take a second and pick a color. I utilize the color blue, right? It's just easy for me. Now, if I was to think without scanning, again, don't close your eyes if you're driving. If I was to close my eyes and think how many things that were blue, I would probably say 3 or 4 if I can guess. That would be my guess. So now I'm going to look back and I'm going to start to scan. Crap. I already know that there's a whole bunch of blue books over here and I didn't start there, but I have a bottle, 1, my keyboard, 2, my wall, 3, this blue audio blanket is 4, let's see, marker on the board, 5, and this light that's shining on the back is 6. I said 3 or 4 and I was off. It was actually more, right? Or it could have been less, right? What color did you pick? If you went with blue, shoot, I just noticed that there's another thing. That's 7. 8, shoot, I'm just looking at this now. 8 things, and I said 3 or 4. So how come I wasn't right the first time? Because I wasn't looking for it. I think a lot of times during our week, we start to see the bad, hear the bad, and then we start to feel bad. It's funny, I was talking to somebody that I was training a long time ago, and it brought up this conversation that we had of, my life is just stressful. Like, how do I get this stress out? And so I was like, okay, so what are we doing here? Like, let's figure out your day. And so we found out that they were following people that they shouldn't be following on Instagram and on Snapchat. And they were hanging around people that were drama. Oh my gosh, did you hear what happened? And can you believe this? And so there's number 2. And then 3, when they would go home, they would watch like the Housewives of Atlanta or something like that, and the Kardashians. I'm like, so everything that you put in your ears and in your eyes is negative. So no wonder you constantly see drama and issues and problems, because everything around you is drama. So we need to figure out who we need to hang around with. We need to figure out what we need to listen. Like, again, looking at our positive triggers. If I know that I know people that bring me up, if I know music that brings me up, conversations that bring me up, then I'm going to start to look at the positive. So when I say now scan the room again and look at the things that are blue, if I prime my mind and say, let's find the positive in everything. I woke up early, boom, 1 point. I did 3 things. I told myself I was going to do 3 things. I did them. I made my bed, I brushed my teeth, and I got something to eat. I had breakfast. I have now built momentum. Boom, I get a point for each. I'm up 4 points. What are you eating? What did you eat for breakfast? I'm glad I have food in my refrigerator. There's another point, 5. Thank God I have a vehicle that can get me from point A to point B. That's 6. And we start to see the things that we're grateful for. There's times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm running late and this car is going super freaking slow in front of me. And I think, what is God trying to tell me right now? God might be telling me to slow down. I'm keeping you safe. You don't want to go faster because there's issues or problems ahead. So what if you're a minute or 2 late? I'd rather you be alive. Thank God that I'm alive and breathing. Thank you, God, for putting a car in front of me to slow me down because I'm rushing things. How many other things am I rushing? I get to go to work. Not that I have to go to work, but I get to go to work. And I'm up 8, 9, 10 points in the positivity side. When I get to work, hey, what's up, Martha or Rose? Forgive me if your name is Martha or Rose. And like, oh my gosh, it's freaking Monday. Man, she's having a bad day. I'm having a good day. At least my day's better than hers. Like, yeah, that sucks to say, but at the same time, I'm up. I'm in the positive. Why? I'm constantly and more intentionally looking for the positive. I'm saying, so now, again, if I was to tell you to scan the room again, I say, find things that are black. You're like, okay, hold on. Like, if I'm literally doing this right now, black. I said 3 to 4, there's probably 15. I'm gonna go high and say 20 things because it was higher before. But now I'm gonna be intentional when I scan the room. So I'm doing the exercise again, but now I'm intentionally knowing what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the positive. So when I wake up, today's gonna be a good day. And now I'm gonna find those things that are positive. Now I scan the room again. So watch this. I said 20, I think 15, but I'm going high and saying 20. So let's go. I'm not gonna go this far again. So 1, there's a book, a frame. 2, a cord, 3 cords. So 3, 4, 5, 6, black on the shelf, 7. I have a black sticker, 8, a mic, 9, frames, 10, 11, 3 books, 12, 13, 14 that are black, a metal piece over here, Oh shoot, what did I say? 14? Dang it. Let me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, crap, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh my gosh. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. I have black foam audio here that there's a whole bunch of there. There's over 30 things, 35 things, and I went high on it. So see what happens when we start to look at the positive and purposely try to find the positive, we start to see more positive things. And this is how we prime our thought process to be positive, to see the goodness and be grateful for the things that we have to have a great day. So this Monday, what I want you to do is I want you to say, let me look for the positive things today, and then scan not just your room, but your life. Scan those things. Let's do the room. Let's scan the room. Then gotta have a refrigerator and power and water and my family and my son or daughter, my husband, my wife, my girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, woke up today. That I have my parents or my siblings or whatever. Scan the room. Scan your car. Scan the road. Scan your life. And find the positive that you have, because believe it or not, today is going to be a good day. Why? Because you said it and you're going to live it and you're going to bring it into fruition. We are speaking life into not just our Monday, but our week, and do that every single day. Thank you so much for joining me today. Like you heard in the beginning of the podcast, support the show. You have the ability to support the show. Go down in the description or the show notes and support the show. Make sure you come back here on Wednesday for a new episode of the Relevant Development Podcast. And if you want to level up and move yourself up to that next level, you have to raise that bar and pull yourself up to that next level. But you can't do it unless you raise that bar. God bless, and we'll see you on Wednesday.